Hello, welcome back to the woods. And welcome back to Bushcraft Gear Top Tip number 4. And what we're going to look at in this video is this, the current British Army issue medium weight sleeping bag. Now this bag is part of a system that is on issue. The other items that you can get to go with this are a Gore-Tex bivvy bag, and they also do a jungle tropical weight sleeping bag which can be married up with this one and the bivvy bag to make an Arctic rated sleeping bag. Now it's made by a Spanish company called Fesca. And essentially it's the Corinthia Defence 4, a sleeping bag I really like, but made out of slightly lesser spec materials. That said, doesn't mean it's a bad bit of kit. In fact, it's a very good bit of kit. It just means it costs slightly less. Now it is a bit bulkier and a bit heavier than the Defence 4. But not a great deal. It's also not quite as warm, but again, not a great deal. It is a great deal less money. You can pick these up on good old eBay for anywhere between about 40 and 70 pounds, which isn't bad at all for a quality bag like this. It's got a couple of other things which aren't on the Defence 4, which I really like. If you're in the field and you break the zip puller, it's pretty much stuffed. You've got to rely on the little Velcro tabs. But on these, because they're designed to be soldier proof, stashed away in your zip cover, there is a replacement zip puller, which I think is a brilliant idea. Also with these, I think they're cut very slightly wider than the original Defence 4, which I really like because it means I can put my inflatable mattress inside my sleeping bag. One, protecting the mattress from getting punctured, but also I can't roll off it. It's inside my sleeping bag, which I think that's great. The other thing I really like about these are these. And these are big mesh internal pockets. Velcro sealed, there's one on either side. And they're great for drying out damp kit that you've had on during the day. So things like socks and underwear in those. And during the night, as you sleep, your body heat rising off helps to dry them out. Also stuff that you need to get to during the night, like your head torch, for example. You know exactly where it is because it's in those pockets. Also, stuff that doesn't like being out in the cold, so anything that runs on batteries, your technology, again, have it in your sleeping bag. It's stowed away nice and safe where you know where it is in these two internal mesh dump pockets. The other thing these can be used for, if you've got a casualty with hypothermia, these will take heat pads, and you can put a heat pad in each side, zip your casualty into there, and they're gradually warming up, safe and toasty warm inside this sleeping bag. So for those reasons, I think it's a really good item. The other thing I really like about these is this centre zip. If you're using a hammock, I think centre zips make a lot of sense. The only problem with these and hammocks, as I said, they're a bit on the bulky side. And if you had to add an under blanket to this as well, then that adds to the weight and it adds to the bulk. And this is where Bushcraft Gear Top Tip number 4 comes in, because I've made a little modification to this one. It's easy and straightforward, but it's almost worth its weight in gold. So what I've done on either end of my bag is I've made a little opening. It seals up with a press stud. You could use Velcro instead, and it allows me to thread my hammock through the centre of my sleeping bag, thus making a hammock cocoon. To get it into place, well, I also added these little bungee cord straps, with little adjusters on there so that I can move it up and down the hammock so that the opening for my face can also move depending on where I am. So there you have it, Bushcraft Gear Top Tip number 4. Get one of these sleeping bags, convert it, doesn't take very long, probably a couple of hours, that's all. Materials are fairly minimum, and once the alteration's done, it makes your one item that bit more versatile, in that I can use this for sleeping on the ground in the same way as a regular sleeping bag with my bivvy bag and my ground pad, but I can also use this with my hammock, and it means I don't have to carry the extra under blanket. Also, it's quite a big cost saving. I looked at the price of the cocoons and they are quite a lot of money just for the dedicated cocoon. With this you get a 2-in-1, a ground bag and a hammock bag. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit the like button. If you want more information, perhaps a step-by-step guide on how I did this, well, head on over to my Patreon page, because I've shot all the footage, listed all the materials and done a step-by-step guide that is going to be going up for my patrons who subscribe to the channel. You can also pop over and visit the Etsy shop. It's called Greencraft Shop, and over there you'll find all sorts of bits and pieces, including the Greencraft patch and the Greencraft mug, as well as a few other items that I make. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm Greencraft01, and you can also follow me on Facebook. I'm just Greencraft on Facebook. You can't miss who I am, just look for the logo. Anyway, I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe.